talking about this. Why is no one talking about how insurance companies value cases in personal injury lawsuits and how they value them so ridiculously low, so cheap? And why? Is it because they want to make more money? Is it because they're for-profit enterprises and corporations that want to pad their own pockets and pay more bonuses to their executives, to their attorneys, and not pay out to people who are truly injured, to people who really need the money? And that is their promise, right? All of their slogans, you're in good hands, like a good neighbor. What do they essentially go to? They go to the fact that people pay premiums in order to have the protection of insurance. So I pay a premium every month, and it might be like $5,000 or more every year for car insurance. And then if I get into any type of incident and I'm injured, then I'd want to be able to get compensated. And yet the insurance companies are the ones that tell me what is and isn't fair, right? What is or isn't reasonable. So they're the ones holding the purse strings, right? They're the ones that have all the money from all the policyholders in a big pot. And yet, why are they the ones to get to decide what's fair? And if they say that fair is pennies on the dollar, do I, as an injured claimant, just have to grin and bear it and just take it? Or just, I'm left with no recourse? Well, no. We have the Seventh Amendment. We have the jury trial. And that's where we can begin to reframe our thinking. That's where we can begin to go to court and get what's really fair. And the people that would give it to us are jurors, people from the community, our neighbors, our friends, just everyday people that get those little summonses and get called for jury duty. They probably don't want to be there. But we have to prepare our cases properly and then not have that fear, right? To be able to take that risk. Because when an insurance company tells you, for example, you might have a case with a $100,000 policy, and an injury that's serious but not too serious, a life-changing injury, but nothing crazy. And you might think, okay, I think this is worth like $75,000, maybe up to $100,000. And the insurance company says, you know what, this is not worth more than $10,000. Well, what do? Do you just take the $10,000? Do you negotiate with them? But then all they're going to do is go up to 15, or maybe go up to 20, and you're stuck in that ballpark. There's no way you're going to get them up to where you want to be. So the only recourse you have is to go to court. And when you go to court, then you have to prepare your case. You have to make sure the liability is strong. You have to make sure the damages are there. So you have your medical evidence, right? Your MRIs, your EMGs, your surgeons, or all your medical evidence. But you also want to make sure that you have the real human story. How has this affected the plaintiff, the injured party? How has this changed his or her life? Do you have those community witnesses, friends, family, people that could talk about who this person was before, who this person is after? And then you get to set your own value. And the insurance companies, of course, right, because they care about their money so much, they keep tabs on all the plaintiff's lawyers, so they know which lawyer is going to trial and which lawyer will just settle out. So they know that the lawyer is just like one of these, paper-pushing settlement lawyers. They know when push comes to shove, that lawyer is just going to settle out. So let's offer him $5,000, and maybe they'll file a lawsuit, maybe they'll, we'll go through the motions a little bit, but in the end, they'll settle for the 20 or maybe 22.5 or whatever. But then the trial lawyer doesn't care. The trial lawyer may say, the insurance company may say, what's your demand? What do you want to settle the case? My demand? My demand is a jury trial. I don't have a number demand. My demand is a jury trial. Either you pay me the policy, the $100,000, everything you have, or let's get a jury. And if they see this lawyer is hitting them, 100 here, 150 there, 120 there, 200 there, they're going to start just paying the 100 policies out. Or if it's more than 100 policies, they're going to start paying bigger amounts out because they don't want to get hit over and over again, because they could potentially be on the hook for more money than the settlement would be. So I hope this has been helpful, but I think this is like really, really important. And there's a lot of points here, but I think that's something people really aren't talking about. And some of the lawyers all across the country, I've been going to some CLEs some of the lawyers are doing this, right? They're going into very conservative jurisdictions, places where there have never been verdicts for millions of dollars, and they're asking, they have the audacity to stand up in front of those jurors, conservative jurors, and ask for huge numbers, like $62 million. And they'll put up like PowerPoints and they'll explain why the case is worth so much. And they've been getting verdicts. Like just recently, there was a verdict for over $9 million. And they asked for 60 and they got 9. But like before, in that particular jurisdiction, there was never anything even close. Verdicts were going for like, $50,000, $20,000. So you just have to have that fearless audacity, and you have to be brave, and you have to be able to step into the courtroom. Of course, you have to have the goods. The case has to have strong liability. You have to have real damages, forever injuries, permanent injuries, not, the BS stuff. Because then if you're coming into court with the BS stuff, then it's almost like you're playing into the tort reform argument. So you want to have real, meaningful, substantive cases. But I think we can get these insurance companies to really change how they value cases, one case at a time. And it's so beneficial for everyone. It's beneficial for the attorneys involved. It's beneficial for the clients, most importantly, right? The injured people. And it's beneficial even for all these policyholders that are paying premiums, whether it's for auto insurance, premises insurance. It's beneficial because now they're paying into a pot and they're going to get back the reasonable value. And we all as a community set what's reasonable, not the people, holding the purse strings, because of course they're going to say, oh yeah, reasonable is just like 5,000. And then no one has any recourse. That's just not fair. So I hope this has been helpful. I think this is an important movement, and I'll do some more videos about this, and I'll give you some specifics. I'll go into some cases. There was a recent case actually where I believe a non-surgical herniated disc resulted in nearly a $10 million jury verdict. And the reason they had to go to court and try to obtain that was because the insurance company was just lowballing them. So it's the way you think as a lawyer. If you go into that whole world of the insurance company's lowball offers, that's your mindset, then it's going to be hard to break through that and get into the $1 million, the 7 or 8 figure results. But if you're not afraid and you really look at it in terms of what is it worth, what it could be worth, the potential, and you prepare it right and you step in and you go for it, you could really get some amazing results. So I hope this has been helpful. Let us know what questions you have, and we're here for you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.